Okay, so I'm just going to get started. Hopefully, anybody who hops on later can catch the recording of this part. So I wanted to talk about Team Cup first because this is coming up and the deadline to register is, let me see, it is January 31st. So we have just a few more days left to register. So Team Cup is basically 5 coaches team up and they make a commitment and they build their business and they make it happen. And for every Success Club point, let me see. For every Success Club point, you get 1 Team Cup point. For every lifetime rank advancement, you get 3 points. The limit is 35 points per coach. Success Club points, you get 2 Success Club points for a challenge pack sale, 1 Success Club point for setting somebody up with Shakeology alone. But for Success Club points, you get Team Cup points. If you guys all want to team up and be on a team, I would love that. Because every single time that I have participated in a Team Cup, my business has exploded because it's not just like me who has skin in the game, it's everybody. And there are some prizes that you can win for participating in Team Cup. The first one, the Tier 1 prize is, and I quote, an awesome Beachbody Bluetooth speaker. Tier 2 prize is the special edition Team Beachbody Coach Cooler Bag, which is, summer's coming up in the next couple of months. You can take it on picnics and stuff. And then this super cool Shakeology sleeveless hoodie. And then the teams 2 through 10, which we could totally do this, you guys. We could totally do this. Hey, Chastity, by the way. They get a Beachbody On Demand Apple TV, and then the grand prize is a trip to Beachbody's headquarters in Los Angeles, and you get to tour, and you get to work out with the super trainers, and it's super, super cool. I'm going to turn this off. It's really bright. So this is like a really, really cool opportunity. And it's also just fun because we get to hold each other accountable to our business goals. So there's only 1 diamond allowed per team. So like Vanessa can't be on my team, for example. But I think all of us could probably team up. And then I will be the captain and register us and everything. So if you guys want to participate in that, let me know and we can make that happen. So now I want to get to the actual reason that we're here, and that's to talk about inviting. You guys can still see my screen, right?
Yes.
You can see the slide?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. Doop, doop, doop. Okay. So inviting and following up. This is the secret sauce of this business, you guys. So like as I got started in this business and as I started learning and building this awesome team, you guys are so awesome. I started noticing that the most common difficulty in building a business with Beachbody is inviting. Now, let me backtrack for a second though. Like, let's say that you wanted to start a mattress business, okay? You saved up for years, you got a loan for like a couple $100,000 and you started your business. You would go buy all the mattresses, you'd find a place to put all of these mattresses, you'd show up every single day and you would do whatever it took to make that mattress store a success. You'd study marketing and you'd learn how to effectively sell a mattress. You'd look at the other mattress shops in the area, you see what kind of stuff they were doing to be successful. You'd let all your friends and family know what you're doing so that when they decided that they needed to buy a mattress, you would be the first person that they think of. And you'd show up and you'd work your butt off and you do it every single day because you put in hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like your whole life is at stake in this mattress business. And you're probably, not going to make a paycheck for like 3 or 4 years after you start your business. So that's what it's like when you start a normal, like here's my storefront kind of business. But with a Beachbody business, it's different, obviously. We get started with a $140 startup fee. We get awesome stuff included in that $140 fee. We get our Shakeology, we get our program. All of that is worth way more than $140. So we essentially get started in this business for free. We get somebody to train us. We get somebody to teach us all of their best tips for creating a business. That's me for you guys. And for me, it was my coach. And we know that we can start making money immediately. Like we can literally sign up today and start making money tomorrow if we just do a few simple behaviors consistently. But the crazy thing is that because we only paid $140 to start this business, it's only worth $140 to us. When we're tired in the morning, we sleep in rather than doing our power hour. When things get busy, we take an extra night off rather than completing the business activities. And 9 times out of 10, inviting is the very first thing to go out the window. So, I missed a slide. Let's talk about mattresses. So, and I get it. Like inviting is probably the least comfortable part of this entire business. Writing vulnerable transformation posts, like there have been times when I've been like crying my eyes out writing a post and thinking there's no way I can share this. Like this is too scary. And then like sending friend requests to people who might judge us, you know, expanding our market with free groups, even though we don't feel super confident in our ability to lead people, being a leader despite the fact that we feel like, oh man, who am I? Private messaging people, inviting them to spend $140 so they can participate in our challenge groups, like that feels crazy. But it's the number one business activity. Inviting and following up is the secret sauce. So I want to teach you guys tonight how to invite in a non-threatening, non-pushy, non-icky way, how to schedule your work so that inviting just happens organically. But first, if you have a negative outlook on inviting, you're going to already feel icky about it. So if you feel like, oh man, like I have to message people and like, they're going to think that I'm just like trying to steal their money. I don't want to steal people's money. Why do you want me to steal people's money? Like, obviously you're going to feel icky about that. So let's change our mindset here. Okay. First of all, we have to stop looking at Success Club and looking at like selling challenge packs as numbers. We have to stop looking at it as, okay, I need 5 Success Club points. Oh, I need 10 Success Club points. I need to sell 3 challenge packs. That's not what this is about. This is 3 lives changed. When we hit Success Club, it's 3 lives changed. When we hit Success Club, it's 3 families better off because that mother or that father who we sold that challenge pack to, they're going to be more patient. They're going to be more healthy. They are going to be less likely to have, long-term health problems later on in life. Success Club for me was getting my health back after 10 years of suffering. And Leah, I know you can totally relate to this. So, I was 2 Success Club points to my coach, but you know what? I'm so much more than 2 Success Club points. So let's think about the benefits of Shakeology really quick. Like there are so many, I can't even list them out. It helps people lose weight. It helps, people's bodies run really efficiently. They stop wasting all their energy on repairing damage in their bodies, and their body starts using energy to fuel their bodies. It reduces stress. It's great for the nervous system. The amino acids help repair our bodies after exercise. It helps us avoid freaking cancer. It's going to benefit anybody who drinks it. And it's not expensive. It's valuable. So, and then there's the fitness programs. You don't even have to leave your freaking house. You can roll out your yoga mat. You can do it in your pajamas. You can get your workout done barefoot in your living room. Everyone has time for that. Everyone can fit this into their lifestyle. And a lot of people, they don't have time to go to the gym. There's no way in heck that I could make it to the gym with Everett. So we're providing a solution for those people. And even for the people who love the gym, it works for them too, because, all Beachbody programs can be done anywhere. So even if you've helped someone get a challenge pack and they've gotten no results, they would have lost nothing because they can send it back and get their money back. So rather than thinking about selling a challenge pack, rather than thinking about tricking someone into spending $140, $160, removing that from their bank account and putting it into something that isn't going to help them, remember that $140, $160 is going to improve their life. You're not tricking them. You're not giving them something that has no value. You're giving them something that has the potential to transform their entire life. This is incredible. This is valuable. This is amazing. Like, how many people get to say that they change lives for a living? We get to say that we change lives for a living. And that is so fulfilling. So when you're inviting, as we, go into this, think about the value of what you're inviting them to take part in. It would be a disservice not to invite them. Your invite could change their life. I think about if my coach, well, actually my coach didn't invite me, but I think about if my coach wasn't posting her public invites on her page, like, where would I be right now? So obviously, as we talk about inviting, again, I forgot to change the slide. But as we go into inviting, none of us want to jeopardize our relationships. We don't want people to think that we're out there just to make a buck, right? Like, raise your hand if you want your friends to think that you're trying to make money off of them. Not me. So there are 3 different ways that you can invite to the coaching opportunity. I do all 3. I've been skipping the first one lately, but I'm going to start doing it again because I really do think it is the best way. And I think that these are going to be very helpful. So number 1, event pages. When you are scheduling a challenge group, or when you are going to be inviting people to your coach's challenge group, you can market it as your own. Like, I don't care if you're inviting people to my challenge group, you can market it as your own. So create an event page for your upcoming challenge group, write a description, let people know what they're getting themselves into, and then invite anyone that you're chatting with, to the event page, just like I invited you to the team call event page today. And that's a really good way to just like reach a bunch of people and have somewhere to send them. The second one is public invites. So you have all seen on my Facebook page basically an advertisement for my challenge group. And I do this probably when I have a challenge group coming up, probably 3 times a week, I share about my challenge group. What you can do is create a post and launch your group. Leah, Carly just messaged me and she's like, hey, is there still a team call? Yeah, I posted the link. Lovely. I'm gonna just copy and paste the link for her really quick. Copy. There she. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so number 2, obviously, public invites. Leah, you haven't like learned a lot of this yet, but in the new coach training, you'll learn a lot. But I use PicMonkey mostly to create my invites. Hey, Carly. Oh, she can't hear me yet. Hey, Carly.
How's it going?
Good. Sorry about that. I posted it in the event page.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay, so we're talking about inviting. Hopefully you can go back and listen to the first half of the call.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or something. But so the first way that we invite is through an event page. You can create an event page for your upcoming challenge group and invite anybody that you're chatting to about it to the event page. Have like a description in there, have a cover photo. And then number 2 is public invites. So again, we create a post using like PicMonkey, or canva.com is another really good one. And then include the link to the event page in your post and kind of launch your challenge group through a public post. And then when people comment or like, tag them in the comments. Like, if somebody likes your post, say like, oh, hey, Vanessa's really good at this. She'll say like, hey, and then she'll tag them. Like, if it was me, hey, Kathryn, like, I'm so excited about this group or something. And the more you tag people, the more people are going to get their eyes on that post. And you want lots of eyes on your post. It's also going to raise your affinity, like your reach in Facebook. Facebook's algorithms are looking for people who share valuable stuff. So when people like your posts, when people comment on your posts and when people share your posts, Facebook is like, oh, hey, that person's awesome. We're going to make sure that a lot of people sees that person's posts. But when people see your post and scroll past it without clicking on it, liking it, nothing, Facebook goes, oh, well, that person's lame. So I'm not going to share that person's stuff, and I'm going to make sure that nobody sees that person because they're lame. So you want to post things that will get engagement, include a call to action in your public invites. And then third, private invites. 5 to 10 is what I aim for every single day. And what you can do, I'll talk more about this in a minute, but what you can do is just send a message. Hey, I'm starting a 30-day health and fitness challenge. Do you know of anyone who would be interested in someone like that? You're not even inviting them. You're asking them if they know anyone who would be interested. I'm sure you've probably seen my fitness brand if you follow me. I'm super passionate about what I do, and I'm trying to find more people to help. This takes all of the ickiness out because you're not being this awkward, like, hey, join my challenge group. Hey, buy Shakeology. Hey, try this fitness program. Like, you're asking them, hey, like, I really like to help people. Do you know anyone who needs some help? And chances are they're going to be like, me, I need help. I need help. So, and then you always want to follow up after. So a really good system for this is, first of all, make a list of people who you feel would benefit from this program. Whether you feel like, somebody would benefit from 21 Day Fitness, from Country Heat, Core to Force, from Shakeology. I mean, we've already talked about this. Anybody would benefit from Shakeology. If you're a newer coach, this list of people will probably consist of a lot of your friends and family. If you're a more seasoned coach, these will probably be coming from your free groups, your new friends on Facebook, your followers on Instagram, those people. And, you reach out to each person individually. Like, how many people out there are desperately trying to lose weight? They've tried everything. They're unhealthy. Nothing is working. Like, pretty much everyone has been there, and you have the solution for those people. So obviously, you don't want to just send a cold invite and say, hey, join my challenge group. It's really super important to start conversations with people. A lot of times when you send a cold invite, like the one that I read you just now is a cold invite. So what you can do is start a conversation with people. That list of 20 people that you wrote down that you feel like would benefit from this program, the first message that you send to them is not going to be, hey, join my challenge group. Your first message to them is going to be, hey, I saw on your page that you went on vacation. Like, how did that go? Where did you go? How did you like it? Like, I've been wanting to go on vacation too. Hey, I noticed that you cloth diaper. Like, you have 2 kids. Wow, I have 1. I'm thinking about another one. I don't know. Maybe that's crazy. Like, just get to know people and reconnect with people. And then usually the invite will come organically as long as you're being consistent with those public invites on your page. So when you reach out to each of these people individually to invite them, like the conversation has come full force, you're ready to invite them. What I prefer is to talk to them the way that I would in real life. Like, if this is somebody that I talk to a lot on Facebook Messenger, I'd invite them on Facebook Messenger. If not, I'll call them. I'll text them. I'll invite them in person. However you would normally talk to them in real life is how you should talk to them about this. Because if you're always talking to this person in person and then all of a sudden you're like inviting them on Facebook, they're going to be like, this isn't like her. Like, this isn't like Carly. What's going on? But if you're talking to them the way that you would normally talk to them, it's going to feel a lot more organic and real. And so, what you can do, like Leah, you're brand new. So what you can do is you can tell them, hey, like, I've been meaning to ask you, like, I'm looking for a few people to do this with me, to hold me accountable. And then list a couple of reasons that you think it would benefit them. I know that you were saying that you wanted to lose some weight. I know you've been saying that you've had some stomach troubles, and Shakeology has really helped me with that. Would you mind taking a look at this? Maybe they commented last week that they lost, or that you lost weight, or that you're doing so much better. Maybe they told you that they were wanting to get back into the gym. Like, those are all reasons to invite a person. And then asking questions is huge. when you get into a conversation with somebody, it shouldn't be, oh, and the blah, 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 all of this information all at once. Oh, and it's $160 and you get Shakeology and it's so great. And it's nutrition and you get the fitness program and portion fix and blah. You don't want to just like word vomit all over them. So we're going to talk a little bit about conversations. So first of all, if you are starting a conversation with somebody who's liked or commented on your public post, you always want to move it over into a private message. You don't want to talk details on your Facebook page. You want to keep like the mystery alive. So normally if somebody says like interested, I always have a call to action in my invites. So if I post a public invite, I'll say like, comment yes if you have been looking for a solution or whatever. Or this last one that I posted a couple of days ago, I said comment below amen if you hear where I'm coming from. Like it was a transformation post with a coaching invite in. And anybody who comments below, like I'll send them a message. Or if they say like I'm interested, comment on their comment and say like I'll send you a message. Don't talk details on your Facebook. You always want to chat one-on-one because these are specific people, like these are individuals, and you want to hear about their specific fears, their specific goals, the specific things in their life. Number 2, my second tip of conversation is do not share your link right away. They should be like, give me the link before you give that link away. When you give it too early, it comes across as salesy. It comes across as like you're just looking for a sale. You're just looking to make a couple of bucks. But we want them to have all of the information. I've in another call, you guys can look in the Freedom Collective. You can search for objections. I did a call on overcoming objections. And we want to overcome all of those objections in our conversation with them. So by the time they get the link, you've discussed their goals, what sorts of things they like to do for exercise, any questions they may have. They should know the value of Shakeology. They should know what it's done for you. They should know what the programs look like. So you don't want to give them the link first. The link should be the very last thing that you send them before the conversation is over. Third one is read your message before you send it. Sometimes we don't put our heart into the message. Sometimes we're just like, oh, I got to reply to this really quick. But we want to make sure that we are showing them that we have time for them. If we are rushing our invites and rushing our conversations, then that gives a message to them that we're going to rush helping them and that we're not going to have the time to be there for them as their coach. So in the conversation, you're kind of giving them a sneak peek of who you are as a person, as a coach. So you want to make sure that you're giving them value in the conversation, that you're really hearing them out, that you're asking more questions than you are giving answers. And learning about their goals, learning about the things that they need. Number 4, this is something that I alluded to earlier, is you want to breadcrumb the information. You don't want to give out all of the information at once. You want to be interested in them. Ask questions, and as they answer your questions, you can tailor your information to them. It can't all be copying and pasting scripts. I mean, I use scripts a lot in my business because it saves so much time to not have to type out Shakeology is a whole food meal replacement shake. It has 70 ingredients. They're all natural. Like, it just takes too long. But most of what I do is, personalized. I try to really keep myself in my messages. If they are saying like, oh, well, this is my goal, I want to lose weight. You can tell them, I know you can lose weight because I've done it. My friends have done it. You have the experience behind you. So don't give all the information at once. Breadcrumb it along in your conversation and don't be in a rush. Number 5, and this is the last one, no usually means not right now. And I know at the beginning of my business, I would get so discouraged because I felt like I heard a lot of no's, and I felt like I heard a lot of, oh man, that's not really in my budget. And people who really, really wanted to do it, but who honestly weren't willing to do what it took to make it happen in their lives. But the thing is that we can't expect an immediate yes. Most of the time I go into a conversation expecting to hear no. But here's the thing. These conversations are constantly evolving. You're following up with people. You're growing in your friendship. You're showing them that you're going to be consistent. You're posting your invites on your wall. You're enriching their lives with free groups. You're constantly adding value to them. And eventually that no is going to turn into a yes. I promise it will. So last, I wanted to just give a few tips for, following up. That's like half of the call, right? But I promise it won't be as much as the inviting. So I know a lot of times, like at the end of the month, we're looking at our Success Club points and going, oh my gosh, like I still have to sell 3 challenge packs if I want to hit my goal, and I'm stressed out. A really, really great way to hit Success Club, hit your goals, help more people at the end of the month is going back to all of your old conversations and reminding people that you're still here to help them. If somebody told you not right now, then you need to follow up with them. If at the end of the month and you've been talking to a bunch of people all month and you're just like so close to your goal, people you ended up inviting, or you never ended up inviting, like people who you were having a conversation with them and it just kind of fizzled, something that you can do is you can say, oh, hey, by the way, I've been meaning to ask you. You can use that little phrase and kind of get the conversation started again, and just invite them. I can't tell you how many times I went back and invited someone I was too chicken to invite, and they all but shouted, yes, I was waiting for you to ask me. And I can't even tell you how many times like I've invited someone for the 50th time, and they're like, man, I was waiting for you to invite me just one more time. And the people who you had a conversation with and then it just didn't end up working out, remind them of their goals. I know at one point you were really excited about losing 20 pounds and toning up. Is that still a goal of yours? Hey, I know you were having stomach problems. Like, how's that going? How are you feeling? Hey, like, I know that you were feeling really tired and needed some energy. Have you been able to get your workouts in? Like, just follow up with them. Remind them of their goals. Most people need to hear about something between 7 and 12 times before they'll go for it. 7 to 12 times. And that seems like a lot. But I have invited people 12 times in the past. And on the 12th time, not always the 12th time, but they go for it. Another thing that you can do if you've been talking to somebody and they're like, they've just stopped responding and you're like, hey, like, I'm still here. What the heck? Something that I like to do is tell them like, hey, I'm kind of getting the vibe that you're not really interested in this, and that's totally fine. Maybe this isn't for you. So I'm going to go ahead and take you off my list. I won't contact you about this again. But if you're just busy and you just forgot to respond, let me know because I don't want you to miss out on your spot. But if not, let me know so I can take you off of my list. And this freaking terrifies people. They're like, your list? Don't take me off of your list. I want to be on your list. And a lot of times it will open the door for you to say like, oh, okay, well, do you want me to follow up with you again next month? And a lot of times they will say yes. So finally, just a last little tidbit. There are 4 different phrases that I like to use in a conversation. I learned this from the book GoPro. If you haven't read it, read it. It's so good for network marketers. The first one I already mentioned is, by the way, I've been meaning to ask you. If you're in a conversation with somebody and it's just not going anywhere, or you feel like you can't like figure out when to invite or like what to say, by the way, I've been meaning to ask you is a really, really great way to get that started. And then next in your conversation with them, like you're talking, they think that it sounds like a really good thing. You can say, okay, well, if I gave you some information on that, would you read it? Or if I sent you a video, would you watch it? 9 times out of 10, they'll say yes. And then you can, schedule a time that you can follow up with them about that. I do this a lot with coaching webinars. If somebody, I've been meaning to ask you, like, you are such a positive person. I have been following your Facebook for a long time, and like, I'm always so encouraged by you. I love that you share your meals and you're really into, clean eating. Like, have you ever considered helping other people figure out their clean eating and their exercise? And a lot of times they're like, oh, well, it's really flattering that you think that I'd be good at that. I don't know. And then, okay, well, if I sent you my, webinar, would you watch it? And then like, oh yeah, well, of course. Yeah. If it's only 30 minutes. Yeah. And then you can follow up with them again. So those are both really super effective. Number 3 is feel, felt, found. And this one is really important because when somebody tells you like, oh man, like I can't afford a challenge pack, or man, that seems really expensive for, a bag of Shakeology, you can use, I understand how you feel. I felt the same, but what I have found is this. You're validating their feeling. You're letting them know that you understand because you were there too. Raise your hand if you didn't think Shakeology was expensive at the beginning. Like before you really understood what it was, you're like, $130, what? Like it seems crazy, but then when you start using it, you realize, oh my gosh, well, like I would pay $170. I'd pay $200 for Shakeology because it helps me so much. And you can tell them that you've been there. Like, I understand how you feel. Like when I first found out that Shakeology was $130, I lost my freaking mind. But then I realized that I'm paying for a whole month of breakfasts up front. Like if I was paying for a whole month of like chicken breasts up front, it would probably be closer to $300. So, and then what I found is that, so show them that you've overcome the same struggles. Maybe they are like, oh, well, I really just don't have time to exercise. Okay. Like I understand how you feel. I feel the same way. But what I found is that if I watch one less episode of Friends, I can get my 25-minute workout in. And then the final one is, I don't know about that. All I know is, you're never going to know everything about this business. You can say, I don't know. You can tell them, I don't know. Somebody asked me the other day, well, how does Shakeology compare to Thrive? And I know nothing about Thrive. I don't know about Thrive. All I know is that my life has changed. All I know is that I'm in the best shape I've ever been in. All I know is that I feel so much better. All I know is that I'm so much happier. You don't have to know everything. All you have to know is how this has blessed your life. It's something that could be beneficial to them. I think I didn't include, all right, there we go. I didn't include call to action. But how about this? Let's all commit to inviting at least 3 people every single day for the rest of this week. Who's going to commit to that with me? I actually have to commit to 15 invites a week or a day because I'm a part of this other push group and we're trying to get 100 invites in 1 week. So it's kind of crazy. But I've done it before. In fact, I did 50 invites in 1 day once, which was crazy.
That's a lot. Wow.
Does anyone have any questions or anything that you want to add? Like Carly, you've been at this for a good long time, and I know you took a break, but do you have anything to add here?
I don't know. Let me think for a minute.
Does anyone else have any questions while Carly picks her brain? All right. All right, well, let's commit to those 3 invites a day. Why don't we post in the Freedom Collective team page when we've gotten our invites done for the day? Like maybe I'll start a thread in the morning, and when we've all gotten our invites done, we can post in there. Cool.
Okay. And I got my little tidbit. I definitely agree when you say about the follow-up, because I've had a couple people who I've asked several times and I feel like I'm annoying them, but who have eventually kind of signed up and been in on it. And I also, through doing the free group, I've gotten a lot of new leads that I'm excited about, because I was really hesitant about doing free groups. I didn't know if it was kind of a waste of my time. But I've gotten a few leads, and I even have a coaching lead from the free group, which is exciting. And it wasn't even someone who I would have asked. So pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, man, free groups. I was the same way. Like, I felt like, why would I do this for free? Like,
Right?
I'm
I'm
not
like, I don't know. It
making enough
seems kind of
money.
like a waste.
Yeah, I'm not making enough money to give my time for free. Come on. But
Yeah.
But man, free groups changed my business, especially when you start gaining a following and start building momentum. I was looking at a post that I did yesterday. It was, or maybe it was today, about the turkey burger and bell peppers.
Oh, yeah.
And every single person who commented on that was from my free groups. Every single person. So
Oh, that's funny.
if you consistently offer them, and do an event page, because you can mass invite like everybody, and then you can give them an incentive to invite their friends. Like, okay, once we get to 50 RSVPs, I'm going to give away a like mini slow cooker or something. They cost like $12 on Amazon.
Yeah, in my free group, I did like each person that invited someone got an extra ticket in the end of week raffle. And it was a meal prep group, so they won like the calendar that I used to meal prep and
That's
some
awesome.
other goodies.
The best one, the most traction I ever got in a free group event page was when I went live every single day in there. I shared my story in the event page like a couple of days before the group started. And at the very beginning, the day that I invited everyone, I went live and I like took out my goodie bag full of stuff. And it was like this cute thing of hair ties, hip hop abs, because you can get hip hop abs for like $4 as a coach. A workout tank, and a packet of Shaco, and people went nuts over it. And I think I expanded my market by over 200 people just from that one free
Oh,
group.
wow, that's great.
So, and then those are all people that you can start conversations with. And the cool thing about free groups is that when you start conversations with people in a free group, you already know that they're interested in fitness because they're in
Right.
your group. Like, they've basically said like, hi, yeah, you pick me. So So for sure. And earlier in the call, I talked a little bit about how like it's kind of awkward because you feel like, oh man, I'm not really qualified to run a free group. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm not a personal trainer, and I'm not either. Like, I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to, certain things, but I do know about fitness. I've been doing this for a while. You've been doing this for a while. You've done all the workouts. You can do like a 4-move workout, so. All right. Well, I will go ahead and end this, you guys. Thank you so much for hopping on.
Thanks, Kathryn.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys later. And next
Bye.
week is the 5th week of the month, so we'll do a live power hour if you guys want to.
All right, that sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.